Let me guess. You are currently paying for 14 different subscription softwares and you are still running your business on a spiral notebook and out of your email inbox. We have been sold the lie that downloading more apps makes us more productive. It doesn't. It just gives you 14 different places to lose your passwords. A disorganized business multiplied by fancy software is just an expensive, disorganized business. Today, we are doing a digital purge, and I am giving you a lean, mean tech stack, the only 5 essential apps that you need to actually run your 7-figure business without losing your sanity. It can truly be this simple. And I need you to stay till the very end because app number 5 is the invisible employee that is going to buy back 10 hours of your week immediately. So let's get into it. So software is supposed to solve our problems, right? Not create a new one. If your tech stack is requiring a full-time manager, it's too complicated and we need to simplify that today. So by building a lean tech stack, we must qualify every single software or app that we use, and they must earn its keep by either making you money or saving you time. If a tech app or a software login does not save you time or make you money, it's out. Okay, we're going to get rid of it today. So app number 1 that you need is The Brain, your project management tool. So lots of people use like Notion or Asana or ClickUp. Some people that are Microsoft use like Microsoft Teams, like Planner Board. Also, people can use Slack. Any of those tools can work, but not all of those tools. So you only need to pick one that's going to work for your company, okay? You don't get to have 15. You only get to have one. And if you own multiple businesses like I do, make sure you're using the same one across all of your companies. We currently use Microsoft Teams Planner. Not saying that we will use it forever, but you need one project management tool, okay? So just using Apple Notes or using to-do lists, like you have to have a central like company wiki where like everyone can find the information in one spot. So if it's not a project management tool, it doesn't exist. It's where your SOPs, your standard operating procedures are, your calendars, your team tasks, like all your external brain is going to go on there. And you're continuously checking, like, is this working for us? Is this working for us? You're going to hear me say that over and over because as your companies evolve, as you evolve as a leader, like you will continue to find apps that may work better. You don't get to add them to your stack though. You have to replace something and really take into consideration the training and the time that's going to take to replace something to add something new. All right, number 2 is the money. So number 1 was your brain, your project management tool. Number 2 is the money, your financial dashboard. So I'm a QuickBooks fan. Every single one of my companies runs through QuickBooks Online, but high achieving people do not run their finances messy like Excel spreadsheets. Now I use an Excel spreadsheet for planning purposes, but everything that happens goes into QuickBooks and it gives you real-time data on your cash flow, your profit margins, and your profit and loss. And so if you don't know your numbers, you don't have a business, you just have an expensive hobby. And if you want to stop playing business and start running a highly profitable, systemized company, hit the subscribe button right now. I post videos every week that are going to help you scale your revenue, but also while protecting your peace and saving you time. All right, app number 3 is your boundary, your communication tool. You cannot run a company communicating through text messages without going insane. So you need to be using Slack or Microsoft Teams Chat or Voxer, something that lets your teams and clients, they can get a hold of you without violating those personal boundaries on your personal phone. Because if someone's working at 10 p.m., like get it, keep working, get in that flow. Like maybe that's when their kids are in bed or their spouse is at work, but like they don't need to be messaging you at the same time. So having a dedicated spot for that other than your iMessage or your text message so that you can snooze those notifications when your workday ends completely helps you reclaim your personal phone and you don't get cortisol spikes every time you're ding or buzz in your pocket. You don't like, oh, it's going to be work. Like it's not work because you already have those boundaries set. App number 4 is your sales engine, your CRM. So where are your customers booking, buying, paying? Is it HubSpot? Is it a industry specific app? So for my childcare business, we use a company called Brightwheel, and we're actually in a transition phase to a company called Playground. In our cheerleading and youth rec business, we use a company called iClass Pro. We've always used them from the beginning for 12 years. Some people use Go High Level Google, if you're in a coaching company, Active Campaign. There's lots of CRMs out there, but you only need one or maybe one per company if it's industry specific. But please make sure that you do your research first, because switching those is very costly when it comes to time and money, because you're constantly having to re-onboard your customers onto a new product. And losing like $10,000 in leads a day because they're buried in the DMs in your Instagram is so expensive. But a CRM, a customer relationship management tool, tracks every lead, automates all your follow-ups, and ensure that none of your money falls through the cracks, okay? So, but if you are looking at this list and realizing like that your business is held together by like duct tape and sticky notes, like we need to talk. No one's going to shame you. It's nothing to be like, upset about. Like you found this video, like you found this if you're listening on the podcast platform because you needed it right now. And you cannot scale to the next level with the systems that got you here, because what got you here is not going to get you there, and that's okay. But you also don't have to do it alone. So you can click the link in the description box, and we can book a strategy call and talk about what that next best step is for you to get you moving in the right direction with the tech stack or other systems within your business. All right. And as promised, app number 5 is the invisible employee. This is your automation tool. I use Zapier. Some people like make.com, but it is an app that connects everything together. So if something comes in on this spreadsheet, and that field is filled in with, say, an email address, it automatically goes to here that sends it to this. You set it up one time and it's glued together forever. And it completely helps you make sure that you are not missing any leads or any customer needs in the process. And if you use Slack or you use another tool, it can also give you a notification there. And it does all of that busy work for you. So let's go back over the list. We got to have the brain, an app for the brain, an app for the money, an app for communication, your boundary, an app for the sales engine, your CRM, and your invisible employee. What is going to be running your automations? That's it. That is all that you need, because technology is a terrible master, but it's a wonderful servant. And you can make your apps work for you so you can finally stop working for your business and build the life that you deserve.